Now it is 11:36. Now we are left with OBS Studio. You need to have the OBS Studio with you to work on OBS Studio. Let us now come back to OBS Studio. So I'll just switch on my OBS Studio now. Let us. Since the time is short, I am not asking many questions. Okay, otherwise we would have made it more interactive that way. So just listen and let us see. So friends, OBS Studio, as I said, OBS Studio is a live streaming software. If you want to give a very beautiful lecture live, then of course you can use this software, OBS Studio. This is what we are doing right now. I mean, like 250 people are accommodated in our Google Meet. Rest around 1,200 people are watching this live video. Not that much. They are watching this video. Of course, there are some issues with the YouTube video, but they are watching this video in the YouTube. So to make available this lecture in the what we call in the YouTube, we make use of OBS Studio. So Dr. Velayathan sir is, controlling the OBS Studio. I am telecasting the YouTube lecture from my YouTube channel. He will switch on that OBS Studio first, then I'll switch on my OBS Studio, and that will be available in the YouTube also. So some people are in Google Meet, some are in what we call the YouTube. So to do that, we need this kind of a software, streaming software. OBS Studio is one of the best available streaming software, which is, of course, you can use for recording, developing video programs also. So let us just have an understanding of what kind of a software this is, how it will work. देखिए आपको you will see a file here when it's just like opening a Microsoft Word or PowerPoint that way. On the top you can see file, edit, view, profile, scene, collection, tool, help, all those you will see. Okay. Maybe when you are switching on your OBS Studio, this is how it will look like to you. When you are using OBS Studio for the first time, this is how it is going to look like you, OBS Studio, friends. Now, see, when we are giving any lecture or recording anything in OBS Studio, the person who is recording the video can see how it is getting recorded. That facility is also there. So for that, we will make use of what we call the studio mode. Okay, on the right side, you can see right extreme side, you can see start streaming, start recording, studio mode, settings, exit. So if I want to see how I am giving my presentation, I'll just click on studio mode. Friends, now I am good. All this you can explore. Okay, file, there are many things, edit, there are many things, view, profile, many things are there. Okay, we don't need all those. Okay, that simply you can explore. I'll click on studio mode. When I'm clicking on studio mode, see how it will work. I'm just going to click on studio mode. Yeah. Now there are two boxes you can see, one preview box, then there is a box, program box. So this is to experiment our things, preview. Whatever preview is there, I mean, like if it is going online, when I'm giving a lecture in OBS Studio, how it will look like to the students or audience. To see that, I will make use of this program window. This is how it is done in studios or Adobe softwares, like you will get many windows that way. And friends, I am going to discuss, like, see, as I said, either we can use for it streaming or we can record video program. So when we are developing any video program, just think of what we call a cinema or film. In a film or in a cinema, we or the directors usually make use of the facility of scene settings, scene. So the director will have something in his mind where he will have a thinking of, like, in the first scene, this should come. In the second scene, this should happen. In the third scene, this should happen. So that way, the director will make use, will have some kind of a thinking process in his or her mind. The same thing we the teachers also need to have. This is something about the basics of video creation. Okay. Suppose I am developing a what we call a lecture or video program for my students, and I'm teaching physics in 10th class. Then I'm going to develop a video program for my 10th class students. So when I'm planning that video program, I will have something in mind, like in the first, in the beginning of my video lecture, I'll show you one image, which I'll write something like an introduction to velocity or the concept of velocity. Then my name and address details will come. Okay, so this is going to be my first scene in my video program. After showing that image, then my second scene comes. In my second scene, I'll be showing myself. I'll be coming to the screen and I'll talk about, friends, today we are going to discuss about the concept of velocity. After discussing that, my third scene will come. My third scene. In the third scene, I want my picture to come on my screen here. Then I'll give the definition of the velocity. So somebody then sir. Somebody is there to mute their mic, maybe. I'll just. Okay, I'll come back to Audio Studio. Okay, so that way, when you are planning any video program, you definitely need to have scene wise arrangement. This we call, maybe you might have heard about the storyboard writing. So we need to write all the stories. I mean, like all the sequences which are going to happen in your video program. This is very much important when you're going to develop any video program. This is equally practicable, practiced in developing a audio program also. So both audio and video program will have a storyboard. There are many templates available which you can use, what all things has to be done in a storyboard, and using that storyboard template. I'm not going to that. So in OBS Studio, that's why you will see on the left side, you can see scenes. On the left side, it is scenes. Okay, this is very important in OBS Studio. So this is the first scene. So by default, when you are opening your OBS Studio, you can see scenes here, and one scene will be already there. So friends, when I'm developing a video program, in first scene, what all things should go? When I'm showing the first scene, what all things should go? So in scene 1, I need to show an image. Usually this is done. I need to show an image which it will talk about, which will show the title of the video program. So I need to add an image. So I'll add one image to this scene. So scene 1 is here. To add image to this scene, I'll click on these sources. I will click on these sources. Okay. So to add sources like image, I was saying, I'll click on this plus button. Friends, we need to have a scene. First scene 1 is here. Then in the first scene, I need to add an image. To add image, I'll click on this plus button. I'll click on plus button. One image I'll add. I'll click on then image. Now we'll give a title. Just click on. Many things will, by default, many things you can see. If you want to give give a different name, you can give. If it is velocity, suppose I'm typing velocity, I'll type velocity. Okay. Okay, now I have to take the image from my computer. Maybe suppose, let me see if I can take some image. Browse. I'll just click on browse. I'll go to my maybe desktop practice files. It's not definitely related to velocity, but I'll take something, maybe TPAC. I'll take open. Okay. So you can see one image appearing here now. Okay. So this way you give a title to your video lecture. Then you give your name and the details here. So when you are starting recording, this is going to be the first scene in your video program. So this is how it will look like for me. How it will look like for my audience. To see that, I'll take this window to this window. For that, I'll just click on transition. Let me repeat. If you want to see how it will look like for your audience, you will take this slide to this window by clicking transition. Transition. Okay, transition. Yeah. Now you can see one image here. This is how it will look like for your audience. See, suppose I am changing this. Now I am just dragging this and changing the maybe size of this. Okay, I'll just again click on transition. So this is how it will look like for my audience. Very simple. Okay. Now friends, scene 1 is ready. Now in second scene, I want to show myself. I'll show myself. So I'll add a scene here. Okay. But you can add, I mean, like your video in the same scene itself. Okay. That is also very much possible. If you want to show yourself in this image, I'll just click on plus button. Then I'll click on video capture device. I am clicking on video capture device. So this is, maybe you can change the title. If it's not required that way, my video. Okay, my video. I'm just giving a name like my video. Okay, you don't have to do anything here. Yeah, now you can see my video coming here. You can, if you want, you can change any of this configuration. Otherwise, you just simply click on OK. Yeah, now you can see my video coming here. Okay, so one image is here. My videos here. You can just, maybe if you want to be in bigger size, you can do that. That is possible. When you are giving a lecture, if you want to appear at the top of this frame, you can keep it there or simply drag it to this place wherever you want. When I am clicking on this, my image is getting blocked. That we will see how it can be done to remove that. So this is done. Usually people keep it here. I'll keep it here. Okay, I'll just drag this and make it little bigger. Okay, so this is completely fitting to screen. Otherwise, if you want to fit it to the complete screen, you can simply click on this image and come to transform. You have something like fit to screen. Okay, that you can see. Like if you want my image to be bigger in size, I'll just click on that. I'll click on right button, transform. I'll just click on fit to screen. See, now it is fitting to the screen. This much only will be available. I'll just make it smaller in size. Okay. So friends, so my video is on the top. Now you can see my video on the top. Velocity is behind that. This image is behind my screen. If you want your screen to go behind, make it, bring it to back of this image, you can simply drag and keep it down. See, now my video is second, so it is getting blocked. My video is behind that. You can just see by reducing the size. And just again come back, fit to screen. That is done. I'll bring my video to the, the front of that. I'll just drag and bring to the front. My video. It's not coming. I'll bring this then. Yeah, now it is coming. So this is how we will do. Now it is 11:50. Okay, maybe I'll end up with very soon. So this is done. You can see your audio, video, everything here. See, this is scene 1. If you don't want your image here, that you can simply remove by clicking this negative sign, substitution symbol. Okay, if I'm clicking on I'll click on this. I'll simply click on this delete button. Okay, then it will ask whether you want to remove the velocity. If you give yes, it will be removed from this screen. Now, when we are giving lecture, we usually keep PowerPoint. We show PowerPoints also. Okay, so I'll just remove this video from this place. You can do this way also. Remove. That is done. So I'll create another scene by clicking here. Scene 2. Okay. Now in scene 2, I'll just add my video capture. Okay. Yeah, video is here. Okay. Now, when I'm giving lecture, I want the PowerPoint also to be visible. PowerPoint. To bring in PowerPoint, I'll just click on plus button again in scene 2. See, in scene 1, we have only one image here. In scene 2, I have my video capture device. Then I'll click on plus button. You can see window capture. Window capture. Okay. Now, what window you want to bring in your video program? You can select from here. I'll just click on this. I want to, so sometimes it is not appearing. You will find your what we call the PowerPoint here. Okay. So you just take your PowerPoint. If it is appearing here, it will appear. For my computer, sometimes it is creating problems. So you don't worry about that. So you just take your PowerPoint from here. And just I'm not getting that right now. So maybe I won't be going for that. Okay. So friends, now your window capture is here. I am repeating that window capture. If you are showing PowerPoint, you can use the window capture. If you are showing something in internet, like many windows, as I said, you want to show your email, then something in Padlet, something in maybe Mentimeter, something in personal website, all those can be shown by adding plus button. Then you click on display capture. So whatever is displayed in your computer will be displayed here. So I'll click on display picture. See what is going to happen. I'm just clicking on display picture. Okay. See, when you click on display picture, this OBS Studio is having this kind of a technology. You will find many screens that way. Many screens. Okay. So nothing to worry that way. When you create a video program, this kind of a window will come here in your video program. This we will remove by taking the video to a video editor. So there is nothing to worry that way. This is the technology of OBS Studio. So this kind of a multiple windows you will see. You don't have to do anything. Simply click on OK. So now that is ready. Okay, if you want to fit it to screen, just go to right click this, then click on transform. There are many options, okay, that you can simply try. There are many facilities, and just transform and go to, if you want to turn everything flip vertical, I'll just click on flip it to screen. Okay, so my video is here. I'll just bring to the top, video capture device. I'll just see. Now this is ready. Now I'll click on transition. Okay. Now this is how it will look like for my audience when I'm developing any video program. So if it is not required that way, you can simply remove that. Scene 1, scene 2, scene 2, transition. Okay. Sorry. This is how it will look like. Scene 2. Now this is done. So when you are, as I said, you have 10, 15, many scenes will be there. Okay. In scene 3 also you can. I'm going to create a new scene, scene 3. Okay, maybe I'll take another 10 to 15 minutes maximum. Scene 3. So in scene 3, again, if you want to show your complete face in your scene, this can also be done. But that is not possible right now for me because my laptop is having only one camera. So it will be difficult for me to do that way. So if you want many, you might have seen many YouTube videos, some people standing and talking, sometimes they are sitting, sometimes only their face is shown from some other point of some other viewpoint. So all those is possible, but for that you need many cameras. Right now we have only one camera in our laptop, so only that camera will be used for this window. So if you want to have some other kind of view, you need to again bring in many webcams to your computer or laptop. If you have 2-3 cameras, then from different angles you can take videos programs, or you can shoot, or you can create video programs. So just for your understanding. So in scene 3 we are not going to do anything. I'll just delete that. Okay. No, let it be there. Okay. So we have scene 1, 2, 3 here. So when we are going from scene 1 to scene 2, scene 2 to scene 3, then there should have some kind of a transition effect. So how you will bring in that transition effect? To bring in that transition effect, you have 2-3 options here. See, you can have cut transition, fade transition, and swipe transition. So you choose any of these transition from that. By default, maybe OBS put it in cut. Otherwise, if you want to have some kind of a fading effect. So when you are going from scene 1 to scene 2, it goes gradually. Okay. Sometime your image will not be visible, then it will come gradually. So this is the fading effect. So if you want to have that kind of effect, you can use that. I'm just clicking on transition. Now friends, I'm coming back to this scene one. I'll just click and will make it larger in size, fit to screen. Okay, I'll just reduce the size of these, maybe. Okay, I'll just remove this display capture for the time being, just to demonstrate. Okay, now this is my video. So you can see the same, what we call the green sheet behind me, the green sheet. So when you are giving a lecture, this is green chroma key technology. For that, click on this video, then I'll click on filters. Again, I'll click on my screen, I'll click on filters. Now this kind of a window you can see. So this is the place for adding filters. I'll just reduce the size of these and let us see how it is working. Okay, so this is the place for adding filters. So I'll just click on plus button. You can want to sharpen the, you can click sharpen and see. Okay, and you can sharpen and see the images. You can see how it is changing now. Okay, so I'll just put it here. Okay, close that. Now to make it transparent, I'll go to again this right button, click on filters. Then so one filtering is there. Now I'll again reduce the size little bit. I'll click on plus button. I'll click on what we call, where is that? I'll just click on this. I'll click on chroma key. Okay. So you see now your screen, my screen is that way transparent. My background is not visible. This is not visible because I have a green screen behind my where I'm sitting. So if you have a green screen here, of course you can go for the bringing it down. You can see the green screen appearing. So you just put it at a very good position just by adjusting this. If you want to add brightness and all, you can do all the settings here. Do this, you can do, okay, all those settings. Now you can simply, okay, so this is how now it will look like for your audience. See, I'll just reduce the size. I'll just bring it to my position. Okay, so now you can bring again some window capture. Let me display capture. Okay, okay, I'll just give a transition effect. I have to bring my video here. Where is that video capture device? Yeah, transition effect. So this is how it will look like. Okay, now now it is 12. Okay, we'll be ending within 10 to 15 minutes maximum. So friends, now you can start recording your screen. Okay, I'll just make a video lecture right now. You see, I'll just fit this to screen, transform it to screen, done. Okay, just give a transition effect. So to start my video lecture, I'll just click on start recording. On the right side, you can see start recording. Okay, my mic, everything is working properly. Okay, in scene one, you can see audio here. Scene two also audios are there. When I'm giving video I mean like video capture, my volume be there, or everything is okay. If you want to reduce, I mean like minimize, reduce the what we call the volume, that can be done. Everything is possible. Video capture. Transition you can do here also, transition, transition, how you want your scene transition. So friends, everything is ready. I'll just start recording by clicking, and I'm going to record a video program. I'll just click on start recording. Yeah, now it started recording. Friends, I welcome all the learners, participants to this video lecture on the topic technology integration. In this lecture, I'll be talking about the technological pedagogical content framework, which is a very popular framework helping teachers to integrate technology in the teaching learning process. That I'll take you to one of the window where you can see the TPACK framework. I'll, this is a YouTube program. Okay.
TPACK and choose for more.
Yeah. Then I'll come back to you again. You can have the pausing and editing. If you are making any mistake, you can pause that, and if it is done, I'll just click on stop recording. Okay. Now my what we call video is recorded. I'll just come back to file. I'll go to show recordings. Let us see how it is recorded now. Yeah, this is here. You have to go to settings and see where it is getting. All those has to be done in the settings button. Okay, settings button where you want to. So I am showing the recorded video right now. I'll just click on friends. I'll just click on. This is the recorded video. Unfortunately, I didn't give time for you to practice. Maybe yeah, now it started recording. Friends, I welcome all the learners, participants to this video lecture on the topic technology integration. In this lecture, I'll be talking about the technological pedagogical content framework, which is a very popular. I'll take you to one of the window where you can see the TPACK framework. I'll show you some video which is related to TPACK. This is a YouTube program. Okay.
Here's TPACK in 2 minutes. For more.
Yeah. Then I'll come back to you again. You can have the pausing and editing. If you are making any mistake, you can pause that, and if it is done, I'll just click on. Yeah, friends. Now that is how you will do recording in what we call the OBS Studio. I'll just show you one of the videos which that way I have done in the OBS Studio. I'll just come back to this. My email. Maybe let us see. Since I'm using many windows, it is taking some time to get things loaded. Just click on this. Let us see. Since it is going live, I don't know how far it is going to work. This is. So you are seeing my YouTube channel. I'll just show you this YouTube video which I have made using
to answer this question.
Google Classroom. Okay.
Folder. Then you can give grades to your students in 3-4 ways. One, you don't have to give grade at all. Second, that you see on the top, there is screen then classroom. So
You can just see this YouTube video which is made using.
this can be posted in different ways. Right now, you can post your what we call the announcement, or you can schedule that. So I'll just click on this small arrow here. Either you can post right now or schedule that. Let us see how the schedule works. I'll click on schedule. So I'll select the time, then the sorry, the date and time I'll select, then I'll click on schedule. So when the time reaches, when the day comes, automatically Google Classroom will post that. Or else you can save it as a draft, and at a later point you can edit whatever changes you want. That can be done, then it can be posted at a later point of time. So this is how it is done. So for the time being, I am posting it now. Let us see what will happen. I am just posting that. So now it is posted. So once I post that, you can see, dear students, please submit project report by tomorrow 3 p.m. This message comes. So when I'm posting this, as I said in the beginning, the students will get a email notification. So they will come to know that my teacher has posted something in my classroom. So this is how it works. Now the second thing, the major thing is whatever activities you are going to conduct in a classroom can be done using the classwork that you see on the top. There is stream, then classwork. So I'll just click on classwork. I'll just click on create. So when you click on classwork, you can see.
So friends, that is done now. That is how you will change your, I'll just again switch it off. I'll come back to my YouTube studio. So I was saying you, see, so when I'm giving a lecture, I'll just turn back and point to the green screen which is behind me. So that's how we bring in the effect of pointing a screen. So you don't have to like that kind of a technology we can play using the OBS Studio. So if you want to show that kind of a effect, just maybe come back to your audio. So when you are showing something in your screen, you can just turn back and point your screen here, green screen. So that kind of an effect can be brought into your video program. So this is done, friends. Now, so this is done. Now I'll come to start streaming. Okay, so sometimes we give lectures in the Google Meet and stream that in the YouTube or Facebook. For that, we will make use of start streaming. So this is something very basics about OBS. There are many things to be discussed. Okay, we are not going to that. So, this is not, we don't. To start streaming, I'll come to settings first. I'll just delete all this. Okay, so that we don't have any complications. Yes. Okay, so this is the window where we were having. Then I'll just go to settings. So when you go to settings, you can see general settings are there. Stream is there. You click on stream. When you click on stream, they will ask you for a stream key. So how we will take this stream key? You need to go. You can go live in YouTube, Facebook. Everything is possible using the OBS Studio. So suppose I click on Facebook Live. I am just clicking on Facebook Live. I'll just delete. I need to bring in the stream key here. Okay. So how it is done? I'll go to my internet. I'll just close this. Cancel. I'll reduce this. I'll go to internet. I'll just go to what we call the Facebook page. Facebook. I'll just I'll type my email ID. I was searching the message meanwhile. So this is our Facebook page. I'll click on this live video button. I'll click on live. There are 2-3 ways you can go live in Facebook. I'll just click on live video. When I'm clicking on live video, when I'm clicking on live video, see, as I said, see, you can see a box here. This is to show your video. Since my video is used in my OBS studio, my video is not appearing here. Otherwise, my video, my image will be coming here. So it is showing camera issue that way. Okay. So to create stream key, you have to click on use stream key. See, you just click on use stream key. You can get the stream key from here. You don't have to do anything. Simply click on copy. Many things has to be done where you want to give this lecture, whether it is in a timeline, your page, in a group, all those settings has to be done. Then you have to simply click on OK. So we need to take this stream key. Let me repeat. You have 2-3 options. One is using camera directly. You don't use any OBS studio for that. If you want to give live lecture through OBS, we need a stream key. For that, we will click on use stream key. Then take the stream key from here. I'll just copy. Then I'll come back to my OBS studio. I'll click on settings. I'll click on stream. I'll select Facebook from here, Facebook Live. I'll just paste that key here. So this is now done. Okay. You have to then now simply click on apply. So stream key is here now. This I'll just close. Okay. So after pasting your stream key here, you can simply click on start streaming. Then when you click on start streaming, then you have to come back to your what we call the Facebook page again. Facebook page again. You can see something like go live somewhere here, go live. You can see go live here. You have to click on go live. So then you come back to your OBS studio, then start giving lecture. Then this will be available in YouTube. Sorry, Facebook. The same is done for live streaming in YouTube. See, now this program is getting streamed in the YouTube studio. This is my YouTube studio, but there are some issues because of the signal problem. So friends, as I said, I had taken like another 15 minutes. So this is for today. Maybe let us see. So unfortunately today I was not in a position to give some time for practicing the OBS studio, but we will definitely give some assignments related to OBS studio and creating some channels if it is there. Okay, let me see, come back to my topic, virtual live lecture. So one more thing which is very important, when you are giving any lecture through YouTube, you need to create what we call the YouTube channel. So I'll just show you. I think many of you may be having YouTube channel. I'll go to my email. I'll click on YouTube. Let me see whether it is working. Yeah. So when you click on YouTube, this is how it will appear. Last 1 minute, I'll just show and stop my lecture. So this is how it will look like. On the right top, you can see this plus button inside the video camera icon. Right side top, you have to click on plus button. Then you have to click on upload video. When you are clicking on upload video, if you are a first time user of YouTube, YouTube will ask you to create a channel. So friends, maybe today we'll give an assignment related to creating YouTube channel. Those who have, they can simply send the YouTube channel details. Otherwise, those who don't have any YouTube channel, just go to your email, then click on this Rubik's Cube, then they will reach you to the YouTube, then click on this plus button, click on upload video. When you're clicking on upload video, they will ask you to create a YouTube channel. So you can give your name, something a very catchy name, and you will be taken to 2-3 windows. Then you can click on OK. That way you will develop. Since I have I have a channel in my YouTube, it's not possible to show that how it is done. Maybe if I go to settings, I can show you something else, like settings, see when I'm going to settings, you can see add or manage your channels. I'll click on add or manage your channel. So I mean, like this is the only one channel which is active. The other I have created for testing. If I want to create a new channel, I can do that. So you can have number of channels that way. Okay. So today maybe you can try creating a YouTube channel, then send that details to Dr. Velu Nair, Velayathan Nair. Okay. So friends, I am stopping this here. Let us see. Maybe let us meet tomorrow. So Velu sir, Dr. Velu sir, I'm stopping my presentation now.
Yes, sir. So in fact, leave one question that for the OBS student.
Not that very much interested in using the mobile device. See, I'll just click on this. I don't know why people are that way very much. I don't know. It will not be that way very easy for doing things in OBS Studio if you are using it in mobile. But let us see. I'll just go and see the Play Store. I'll just remove the scene 2 first from here. OBS Studio. In maybe I don't see any OBS Studio here in mobile, sir. In mobile, why I don't know why whether it is possible that way. But in mobile, KineMaster people make use of KineMaster. UCut is there. I think all those can be tried using mobile. That is maybe more user friendly than this. This is what I
Okay,
feel.
sir.
Okay.
Okay, so and one more question, sir. Like,
Yes, sir.
do you know any apps that can be used to take Google Meet attendance in the phone? I mean, like, because like most of us, what we are doing is like we are conducting these Google Meet sessions to conduct classes online these days, and most of us use mobiles to conduct the meeting, to convene the meeting, and all. So, do we have any apps that could be probably used to take Meet attendance, just like we
Uh,
have these Chrome editions?
yeah. Let me see. Maybe by tomorrow I'll answer that. Let me
All
search
right,
for
yeah,
some tools. If we have some
sure,
tools, maybe we can just
sure,
convey that tomorrow.
sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
So then we can wind up today's session. No, sir.
All right, sir. Yeah. Thank you so
Okay.
much, sir. Thank you so much,
Good.
and
We can
thank you,
give the assignment
participants.
maybe in the WhatsApp group, sir.
Yes, sure, sir. I'll do that.
Okay.
So we'll be uploading a recorded session of this video to our YouTube channel in the afternoon. So if some of you have actually missed out on this session due to low connectivity or something, maybe you could take a look at the video later on. And we will also be giving details about the assignments that need to be submitted. Thank you so much. I'll see you all tomorrow.